Welcome back. This is the Fade and the Fit podcast. You're now with the guys who lift and get lifted. It's your boy Tone Mack.
Your boy Johnny Dubs.
We got a special guest in the building today, Dub.
Yes, we do.
Very special guest. This woman right here, this queen right here.
What a warm welcome.
You know, all about positive energy. You know, always moving up in the ranks, traveling the world. The Black Carmen Sandiego. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Find out right now she's a curriculum designer as well, like, you know, and one of the top New York City yoga instructors. My good friend Shatera. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. That was a really kind welcome. It's really,
man, you know,
really
I try my best. I try my best, you know. But yeah, I just recently seen that you just came back from Africa last summer.
Motherland.
The Motherland.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I went to Kenya. My girl Molly lives out there. Yeah, it was so
You
nice.
have somebody that lives in Kenya?
What?
Yeah, she moved out there a few years ago. She invited me down. I packed my bags real quick. I was like, yeah. So I went there for spring break last year. We were there for
Break.
the flight was basically the day. I think it
What was the layover?
16 hours. Yeah, I did a layover. London?
Oh, man.
I don't even remember. I've taken a lot of flights. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was London, but it was really nice. It was gorgeous. That's the type of, you got to be careful traveling to Africa because you're not going to want to come back.
So it's like everything people, like, tell us something about Africa that you feel like people have the misjudgment about.
Oh, people have all the misjudgments about Africa, so pick one.
Yeah.
The fact that it's super quote unquote civilized, I hate that term, but like really advanced, I hate that term. Also,
they have a more modern society.
Exactly. Those are the words that people use to describe first world. I hate those things. Yeah, that's such a misconception. It is a hustling, bustling, really gorgeous place, just stunning. Everywhere you look is like a postcard. It's beautiful. The people are equally as beautiful. It's a wonderful place.
I'm glad you got to experience it and tell me about it because I don't know if I'll take that type of flight. I would like to go to the Motherland.
You got to, man.
Nah,
you got
it's worth it.
You got to.
It's
If you want to see the world,
I hate sitting on a flight.
You want to see the world?
I understand that.
Do you want to see the world, Tone? Tone, you want to see the world?
I understand.
You
But
have an edible, go to sleep.
He doesn't understand.
You know what I'm saying?
he
does not
It might, yeah.
And wake up in a whole new time.
All right, man. All right. But all right, let's get to it though. So we noticed that you're a yoga instructor. So you know, tell us about where your yoga journey began.
To be honest, it began at the gym. I was just taking classes at, I was either at Planet Fitness, Crunch, one of those when I was at home. And they offered the group classes, and I kind of fell in love with it. I was doing other things like the boot camp, Zumba, all of that. I like it. But I also have sickle cell anemia. That's a disease I was born with, and it affects my body's ability to hold oxygen. And so those other classes, like boot camp, for example, required me to take rests and things that were, to be honest, I'll keep it real, embarrassing. Like I'll be in the back of the class, like, dang, I need a break. I gotta go get my water. And the trainer's doing their job by motivating you, like, come on, get back to it. And I'm just in my head, like, I will after I get some water and breathe and get back to it. So those yoga classes were the only classes that I could get through the entire class without that feeling of embarrassment, to be honest. I started
I didn't know.
practicing. Yeah, it didn't mean that I stopped the other classes, but it was just such a sense of I could do this with the rest of the people.
Oh, man.
And so I continued doing it. I figured out I was pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And then the only thing from there that I didn't like was I was the only one that looked like me in the studios. So I think we all know what the yoga pictures and magazines.
So yoga is not a real melanated portion of fitness.
Although originally it's super melanated, right. The Western world does.
Started in the East.
So I didn't like that. So I was like, I'm gonna go get certified and become a teacher. And that's what motivated me to do exactly
So
that.
how long has been this going on so far now? How long?
I got my original certification. So there's different levels, but my first certification, 200 hours, I did that 4 years ago now, about 4.5. And then I just went back recently this summer to Colombia. I spent 30 days out there doing my 300 hours.
Love Colombia.
30, you spent 30 days in Colombia.
30 days. I did a month.
Yeah, you travel different.
You live a life.
That's the point.
You travel different.
You got to
You're not one of those all
wait,
Miami for a weekend.
wait. So how long was you in Africa?
That was just spring break, so 10 days. That was a
Okay.
spring break trip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I hear you
but I
have to
did
be
my
in
summer
Africa
there.
for no less than 7 days. I hear.
Yeah, no, you have to, first of all, that flight, so
Right,
you're
that's
gonna
a day.
stay-
That's one day,
yeah,
right.
You can't take that whole day. But also, again, you just don't want to come back, so why would you do anything less than a week? A full week at least.
All right.
Yeah,
So
you
back
gangsta.
to back to
For real.
it. Is yoga considered an exercise?
It is considered an exercise, yes. It is not why it originated, or the intention, I would say, traditionally behind yoga is not necessarily to exercise the body, but it does that. It absolutely does.
What do you do it for, basically?
I do it for those reasons that I mentioned before,
Yeah.
because it makes me feel good,
Okay.
and it's actually pretty meditative. Not pretty meditative. It is a moving meditation.
I read it's a mind-body connection.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
how they
exactly
describe it.
what I say. Yep. Come meet your mind on the
Come
mat.
meet your
Mind
mind.
on the mat.
That's
I like
it.
that. I'm
Yeah.
about to. If you see that on the gram tomorrow, don't be surprised.
Nah, that's my
I
tagline.
might put that on the story. I'll tag you. I got you. I'll tag you.
But yeah, so that's why I do it. It feels good. It
Yeah.
really does. During and after, you have this sense of pleasure. It just feels good for you've done something that clears your mind and brings you into the
Gives you
present moment.
focus.
That's really
gives
what it
you
does
focus.
for me.
Like I hear that a
My
lot
brain
about that.
spends so much time either in the past or thinking about the future, and yoga is just like, nah, at least here.
I mean,
in
I feel
this
like that's
moment.
everybody. Everybody
Yep.
has that
Yep.
mind state of not being in the present and just really wandering into the past or future.
it.
They just don't know how to stay there, and I think that's kind of what yoga does. It helps
Yeah.
you stay in
It
that place
extends
that you
that-
kind of want to feel. That feeling of disconnect from the outside world, but connection with yourself.
Cause you're,
Yes, that
cause
was well
you're.
said.
No, thank you. That was, I don't know where that came from, but that was a bar.
It really
Big bars.
is that
Big bars.
self-connection that you meet yourself there, really.
Anyway.
He a hater. No hate, man. I got the bars. I ain't no rapper, but I got the
Anyway.
bars.
What does the word yoga itself mean?
So yoga translated means union or unity,
Okay.
and it does exactly what we're talking about. But yoga traditionally has 8 different branches to it, 8 limbs. And asana is one of those limbs. Asana is the physical practice. What you think of when you hear yoga,
Yeah.
that's called asana, which is just one of the 8 limbs.
Oh, this is like this goes
Yoga.
deep.
Yeah, so yoga is
better.
kind of
This
the
goes
umbrella
deep.
term. Or not really umbrella term. It is a center, and then these other branches kind of stem out from it. And asana is just one of them.
So I see they saying yoga resting and detached awareness. It's deep.
I like that.
Sounds cute.
It's
What
true.
the hell it means?
So
What that mean?
So I think you'd have to ask whoever put those words
Yeah.
together. But when
Like,
I hear
yeah,
that
yeah.
detached awareness, I see what they mean with yoga, in that you bring yourself to this state of mind where you are aware, right? You are awake. You're not falling asleep. It's not. When people say you meditate, you clear the mind. That's not necessarily the case. Your brain is still, if you're alive, gonna do its brain thing.
Yeah.
But you're aware of things that you are not normally aware of. It's a heightened awareness, like you said, meeting yourself. It's a connection with self. And if you believe in that, a higher power, I believe in that. So
Let me ask something about your spiritual journey. I mean, you seem like a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
Did this stem from yoga, or were you kind of like this? Did it come from the church? How did this come about?
that's
your
a really good question.
spirituality.
I'm happy to be asked because it's forcing me to think
Oh
through
yeah,
it.
yeah,
but
yeah. We ask those questions here. That's what we do.
I was born in the church, choir girl, all of that, Sunday school, Baptist church.
Yeah.
My mama wears the big church hats.
Yeah, the church crowd.
So that's how I was raised. So
Okay.
that's definitely there from Jump Street. But I actually kind of grew away from the church as is because I just kept learning, and a lot of things weren't adding up, and I had questions that didn't have real answers. And the more I learned, the more I doubted what I was kind of told in church.
Yeah.
And so I kind of fell away from that. And then I got back to the idea that, all right, it's church, it's religion that I'm not really jiving with. It's not
Yeah.
God. Like, I absolutely believe in and I'm so grateful for God.
Yeah.
It's the package that I think was put together and kind of that
I just hated going to church.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
I actually like church.
I
I was
hated
one
going
of
to
those
church.
people.
I was one of the people. My
I
grandma.
think if you
My
hated
grandma.
it, you went to the wrong type
I
of
like
church.
Sunday
That's
school,
what
not
I didn't like
church.
going.
I like to be where
I
the
went to
kids
all
were.
of that. I went to all that, and my grandma made sure of it. Like,
So you was there from
my
8
first
to
friends
1
were
on
in
a Sunday.
like it
You
was
you there
wild.
all morning.
I got
on Sunday.
threatened to get kicked out the crib if I ain't go.
Nah, you gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta
You gotta
go.
You was in a Jamaican household, so you already know how that goes. You
You have
cannot
to be
skip
there.
church.
I tried to
Do
oversleep.
your legs work?
I
All
tried
right,
to
get up. Let's go to
oversleep.
church.
He said, I
All
tried to
that.
oversleep.
None of that work. I did.
Nah.
I tried to oversleep. No.
Now my family's from the south,
You
so
tried
we
it.
did the like big breakfast, grits in the morning. You know, put
Yeah.
a t-shirt over your church dress. It was a thing.
Oh man. So you do your yoga classes and whatnot.
Yeah.
How long these classes last?
So most classes are 60 minutes, an hour. Starts with a little warm up, and then you always reserve at least 5 minutes at the end for what's called shavasana, for final resting pose.
Savasana, final.
Shavasana.
How long are you holding these poses? Like,
It depends. So there's different styles to yoga. I teach Ashtanga yoga, restorative, yin yoga is another version. And in yin yoga, well, in general, I think when people hear yoga, what they think of is Vinyasa yoga, where there's a flow.
I
there's a
don't even
set
know what
to
that is, so
it.
you can't say that. You can't.
I
say
just read
that.
about it, so
A lot
like
of people
I'm
do.
kind of keeping up right
People
now.
think
I'm
about
kinda
that.
keeping
That's
up
not
with
even a
it.
common word.
It's not. It
not.
is not.
It's not even
so
English.
Say, yo, so
It is
people
not.
thinking
When
about.
When I tell you, I've
no,
only
people
heard
think
that.
about
This is the
shit.
third
I
time.
think about this
This is
shit.
my third time hearing this word out loud.
Yeah,
Like I've never heard that
That is
word.
not a
I don't hear it
common
often
fucking
out
word.
loud.
That is not a common
absolutely
word.
not.
That's the like classic. If I were to roll up to a
So that's the
gym right
common
now,
word
go
amongst
take a yoga class,
the
it's
yoga
probably
community.
Vinyasa.
The yoga
Yeah.
community. Okay, we're
It's
not
just the
talking
most
about.
common.
Okay, all right.
And so that's one breath, one movement. So you do one movement and take one inhale. Then the next movement, you're exhaling. Then the next movement, you're inhaling like that. It's a flow.
Okay.
You connect your breath to the movement. In yin yoga, instead of holding postures for that flow, you really sit in them for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, like that. That's gonna like really stretch. It's good though, because you kind of sink and melt into these deeper tissues and muscles. It's really good for the flexibility. So you'll get in this posture and then just kind of sit in it for a while. I love that one.
How long have you held a pose? What's the longest pose you've held?
I've done 7 minutes. And
Oh my lord.
But it depends. I think y'all are thinking of like these preposterous poses where I'm like on my big toe.
I can't even scratch my head for 7 minutes. Like what?
Like
Like
my big toe. Oh my. Nah.
Like what?
No, I'm not.
I'm in pain listening. This is
Nah.
painful.
But they're good. And then you might do shorter amount of times if it's 2 sides. So if I have to do both legs, both arms like that, if it's that style pose, then maybe 4, 3 like that. It depends on the class.
Oh,
How I'm feeling that day.
man.
Who's in the room?
That's wild.
Y'all motherfuckers are kill red light, green light.
You
Yo.
freeze dance?
Yo.
Right.
Imagine.
Nigga,
They're not tipping over for nothing.
No. Y'all are
Kill red light.
Imagine
green light.
that.
1, 2, 3.
You said y'all.
Yo, Jesus Christ.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's really. I want y'all to try it. You have to try
I
it.
just feel like
I have.
Good.
yeah, I've tried it once too, but
Okay.
I don't feel like I've tried it the correct way. I tried it during work.
Okay.
They brought somebody in and
Oh, like a health
do
fair,
it.
one of those type
fair
things.
thing like
Okay.
that.
okay.
And she gave me like it was very difficult, so I just didn't give
You
it
sound
a
good here.
yeah.
Yoga
Good
is
here.
also the type of thing you have to keep doing too.
Yeah, for
It's
beginners,
not-
is there a beginner class like
Absolutely.
or do you guys just go in with the kill? Like,
First of all, everybody can do yoga. Please dispel
You have to be
this
flexible?
idea that this idea that I have to be able to reach around and.
but will I
like,
be able
'cause I
to
can't
do
do none of
that
that.
though? After this? That's what I want to know. Will I be able to
You
do
may.
that?
With consistency and practice, like all of that, absolutely, that's what happens. So what I'm telling you with yin yoga, if you sit in those postures and really melt down, absolutely, your body, that's what's happening. Your body's opening up, creating
I'm not gonna lie. I
space.
did it for 3 days straight, and I did feel the difference.
You will.
But it was super painful.
Yeah.
Especially when your body is not used to that, because
Yeah,
I'm not
bro.
flexible.
Growing
Bro.
pains. It's
Yeah,
growth.
very much so.
Growth.
Very much
You
so.
know
Bro, your body anyway.
What do you advise?
feel it.
What do you advise beginner yogis when they enter your class or enter,
Great question.
or they just want to enter into yoga? How do you advise them? What would you advise them?
So I'd say a couple of things. One, I just repeat what I was saying, which is like everyone can do this. Please, like, get out of your head that I can't do that. You absolutely can. We're gonna modify things, adjust, whatever. The other thing I'd say is really pay attention to your breath, because it is a meditation, and that's what I want you in here for. I'm not your yoga teacher if you came to exercise. You will exercise. You absolutely will, but there are classes that are called yoga sculpt. Like if that's what you want to go to,
there's
go get
levels.
your
Oh,
yoga
levels.
sculpt
There's
on.
levels to this. Okay.
Okay.
That's some remixed Western world yoga.
Sounds
but if that's
about
what you
it.
want, go
Sounds
do your
about
thing.
right.
But you're coming to my class to really, like we said, meet yourself, to ground and meditate on the mat. And so I would suggest beginners to connect with their breath. Think about the postures and the physical part secondary. First, just really get reacquainted with your breath. That's the one thing we do all day consistently, but don't think about, like don't tune into. And so do that. Focus on your breath. And the last thing I would say is use the props. I think people have this idea. Yeah, there's blocks and straps and yoga, things like that.
I did see the aerial yoga is something.
Yeah, a bolster, a blanket, things that you'll use them throughout. But people have this idea.
Yeah, I don't know. She lost me there. She lost me with that one.
But use them.
Where the blanket came
People
from.
think that like, oh, if I'm using the prop, that means I need help, or that means I can't do it, or whatever it is. Nah, it means that you are using this prop to do exactly what you need it to do. Like my legs are hella long, so I need the block to bring the ground a little closer to me. I'm using that, so I can do this
and maximize the pose. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I was gonna say that I think people don't really understand that the origins of yoga are for like prepubescent 13-year-old boys, right? That are preparing their bodies to sit in meditation for long periods of time.
In the Eastern world.
Exactly. That's how this started.
Okay.
And so unless you have the anatomy of a 13-year-old boy, then you're going to have to adjust something, fix, you know what I'm saying? Like I have boobs in this posture, so my chest is not going to touch this or reach that. I'm sorry, that's how it happens. My legs are like this, my stomach is like that, and so people have to really understand that you need to make the practice yours. And so use the props in order to do that. Use a strap to bring something closer. Use a block, blanket, whatever you need.
So it's funny you say that. So you say it started with 13-year-old boys in the Western world. And we kind of had a conversation prior to the podcast where you said that when you see classes and kind of just the typical thing what you see with the yoga and Zumba and Pilates, that they're predominantly women-based classes.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of men in your classes, or do a lot of men participate in yoga, and why or why not?
No, I don't get a lot. I do have a few. It's like a sprinkle here and there. I know one male yoga teacher that co-works with me at one of the gyms I work at. So it is rare. It is rare. And I think the reason is just society, social, and like we said earlier with the pictures and magazines of what yoga is, you don't see men in those.
Like it's more of a feminine way of...
that's the picture they're painting of what yoga is. And so you fall into that. Just like I'm sure many Hispanic or Black people see those pictures and images and write yoga off as like, not for me. It makes sense because I don't see me in
And after
there.
they tried it, really gonna say it's not for them because that's just
You're stupid. Nah,
Real though.
really say it's not for them.
I worked for this studio in Brooklyn. When I first got certified, I worked for this studio in Brooklyn that was reserved for people of color only. And that was my favorite.
Owned.
Yes, that was my... Because that's where I get to really set the vibe. My playlists are different. It's not. They are not going to come and think it's not for them.
For the culture. That's for the culture.
Exactly that. So yeah, that was really why I got certified. I really want to invite more people that look like us to that world. We need it. It's so good for us. And we're just kind of like, nope. That's for the white ladies. and I see why you think
Right,
that.
absolutely. You see the commercials,
I
posters.
if I could just get like one person per class to be like, oh.
All right. So what kind of results do you feel people really use yoga for?
I think people definitely go for the flexibility thing, and it's because it produces that, right? It's effective in that manner. So a lot of people come for the flexibility. It is also a lot of strength training. It doesn't look like it, or I don't think people assume, but you are holding up your body weight in most of the postures. So it's a lot of muscle toning and strength building. So I think those are the top two reasons people come. People who are really like into it, and the spiritual side of it, come for that. Go for that.
Ooh.
They'll do the retreats. They'll do the, all
But I
those
see
things.
that there's like really like different kinds of yogas. Like, what's the most intense?
Ashtanga, I think. It definitely depends on your style, what's most intense, but I think Ashtanga is. Ashtanga is this like really traditional, those classes are normally 90 minutes, not 60.
Yeah.
So it's about an hour and a half of
Woo.
like, some,
Damn.
yeah, of like some very
No way.
quick pace, that strength.
What?
It's those poses that I'm telling you, like make you strong, over and over and over again. It's a set series, and you just repeat it.
So you just gotta call out of work for like a week.
It's a lot. It takes a lot, but yo, you can tell like people who practice yoga, and then you can tell who in them are people who practice Ashtanga, because their bodies will look like it. It really is. It's impactful.
Oh, it tones them.
The way, yeah, because it's so consistent. Your body is just going into these poses, and every time you do it, you can get a little stronger, go a little deeper, and you can tell. So those, to me, are the hardest or most difficult.
I did.
I got a question, a yoga question. What is it, the
Hot yoga. Yes.
I was gonna ask about that.
I've actually
but,
never
okay.
tried that because I'm scared because of my sickle cell. I actually really want to though.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in it. But again, hot yoga is like a super westernized, like, oh, I'm gonna add this spin to it. But the idea is that, which makes sense, that because the room is hot, your muscles are expanded already,
Yeah.
super loose,
relaxed.
super-
Yep.
So I can only imagine. Again, I've never done it, but from what I know of yoga, you crank the heat up to, I think it's 90 degrees in a Bikram class. Yeah,
And you
your
gotta hold the
muscles
poses?
are gonna be able to do some things.
Yeah, so they got the.
Yeah.
So I know they also have the weed.
They do.
Yoga.
I want to do that.
Do they really? Stop
They
it.
have the weed
They
yoga.
do.
Stop playing.
Yeah, I seen it already. Video.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
Nah, I actually love. That's my favorite way to practice.
Okay.
And for the reasons we were talking about before, with like meeting your mind, and you know what it's like when you're faded. So
Yeah.
combine those two things.
Yeah.
I love it. That's my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do.
Ooh.
The only thing is I've learned that it's hard for me to teach that way. I
Oh.
can practice yoga. I can do it
So-
myself, but I learned the hard way that
Talk
teaching
about
is
it.
So it's not like how like the gym is like how we be like, okay, you're gonna smoke. Before.
Yeah.
Not like you're gonna smoke before
I
yoga.
like that.
It's not no smoking after yoga. It's smoking before and after yoga.
Yes,
that. I like that.
enjoying.
I like
Yoga
that.
sounds
Yeah.
intriguing and very attractive right now.
I didn't know.
It is. Y'all have to try it. I'm gonna do a
Yoga
class for
sounded
y'all.
very-
I am,
yeah.
and we're gonna do exactly.
When you
this.
throw that class,
Yeah.
please hit me up. I am attending. I am certainly
That's
attending
dope.
that.
Ooh.
Because I didn't know that existed. That is like
It is nice.
mind blowing.
It is nice. Hard to teach, but good to do.
So seeing
Find
that
out.
you're in your new career as a curriculum designer, congratulations on by the way.
Thank you.
Kind of like, geez, she got that on the
I do
humble.
this education
On the
thing.
humble, on
Not
the
gonna
humble.
lie.
Do you feel you need to introduce yoga to like the children or in some type of way?
Yes, absolutely. I've always been like weaving in some mindful practices into my teaching when I used to do sixth grade science and I was in the classroom. And then when I became a dean, I did a lot more of those mindfulness practices. But now I teach creative movement for the babies. They're 3K, so 2, 3, and 4 years old.
That's nice.
I do that 2 days a week. They call it
Oh.
creative movement, but I'm teaching them yoga. It's really cute to see
that's
them.
nice.
They,
I
they
think
got the
it's
focus for that?
Good to. This is how you gain the focus for that, actually. They are not doing exactly what I'm doing in like a different yoga
Right,
class,
right.
but it is for sure like, I'll pretend to be an animal. They like to impersonate those things. They
I don't know
like
why
to
that's
stress.
hilarious.
They do. Oh my gosh. You ask these 3-year-olds to be a lion, they go off. So
What does a lion-
yeah,
How-
little
like,
things
wait,
that.
wait,
What
so
does
you-
a lion pose look like?
Yeah.
Please. I'm
Imagine.
Yeah, I know.
I can't. I can't.
It's on
I
your
don't
voice.
have an
You gotta be on
imagination.
all
I have no
fours.
You gotta be on
imagination.
fours. You gotta be on
You
fours.
gotta
You
be
don't have
on all
imagination.
I have zero
hate that about
Gotta
you.
get your
I hate that about you.
roar ready, okay?
I wish you did it. I wish you watched Saturday cartoon.
I hate you too. How about that? Like, I hate you too.
I wish.
You know?
guys is just throwing around hate.
I didn't
right
say
now.
I hate that about him.
He hates me. He hates me.
I don't hate him.
That's what he's saying. He is.
We
That's
don't
I hate that
hate
about him.
anything
We don't hate
or
nothing.
Appreciate you, Tone. Thanks.
We love
Thanks, bro.
Positive energy is all that's in me
and around you.
and around us,
And there's the hate. There's the hate.
us and us.
Yeah,
So-
so, yeah, I would absolutely infuse yoga
How?
early with kids.
But how do you even get these little 3-2-year-olds to even like follow like what you're doing? Like, how do you even get that?
Well, first of all, they want to move around. Kids
I'm
are
sure.
bored.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
They don't
start
want to sit
there.
still though.
They want to
At all.
Right, and we don't have to. That's the thing.
At all.
This is the time where we don't have to sit still. We're gonna
Okay.
keep moving.
Okay.
It's like
And
gym
so
class.
you play the music. They like to dance. They like to move. Balancing is a challenge. It's still a challenge in adulthout, but it's like really challenging at that age.
Yeah,
So
kids-
that's
kids
something
ain't got
I like
no
to-
balance.
Yeah, so you talking?
Yes.
Wait. Were you talking like this whole shit is just a real walk in the damn park? That's
No,
some badasses.
but
None of these motherfuckers
kids-
is bad. None of these niggas is bad.
You know, there's one kid that don't
I
be
do
following
have-
no
I
instructions.
do have a
No
little
instructions.
homie that I'm like, baby.
He's a lion. He want to be a giraffe. Like he's just doing his own thing.
And that's okay.
Got the
Nah,
knife
I'm
on his head in
really-
the corner, chilling. Like, I'm gonna to this motherfucker. Like, what you
If
talking
you,
about?
Like, if you know me as an educator, though, that doesn't matter. That's all good. Just as long as you're here with us, having a good time, then I'm doing my job, and that's that.
That's all, man. That's
Yeah.
great, man.
So it's a good time.
So can you tell us this yoga day is approaching? What is that? What is yoga day about? Like everybody just going out and just getting the stretching and getting the flexibility on?
That's one of those white people made it up to get money things.
Sounds about right.
I don't know how else to put it.
Sounds about right.
So like all the other holidays.
At
Okay.
its finest.
It's
Okay.
definitely like, all right, come pay for this class in the studio. We got a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah,
bring a
yeah,
friend.
yeah.
You know, by the next 3 weeks, it's yoga day type of thing.
What the?
It's not a real.
It's not real.
Oh.
It's like Valentine's Day. It ain't real.
It ain't. Yo,
Fake,
there we
made
go.
up.
There we go.
Feel
There
me?
we go. That's how you
But
feel.
I still want my gift though. But yes, you're right. But you're right. I can't disagree. I do not.
These are the times.
See, that's that Western world. You on the Western side or the Eastern side with this? Like, what side of the coin you on here?
Conditioned. I'm still conditioned. I'm growing,
Okay.
but we cannot deny my conditioning. You know, I'm
man.
growing.
Dub, what's up?
I want to get that. I want to talk about your traveling a little bit. You said you just came back from Kenya.
Yeah.
Saw your gram. You traveled to Morocco. You've been to
Did.
Bali.
Yeah.
Very heavy yoga influenced places, if I'm not mistaken. Do you travel to these places for that particular reason, or is it more just you want a travel experience, you want to get a little lay of the land?
The only place I've gone to for yoga was Colombia, and that was to get my certification,
Okay.
my next certification. Other than that, I've gone to these places knowing I would, see a lot of that and be hype about that. But for the most part, I travel to see the world.
Okay.
I just want to see the world. But yeah, Colombia is the only place that I went to specifically to get my yoga on.
How many countries so far?
Ooh, I'm not gonna sit here and count, but I'm gonna say upwards of 30, high 20s.
Everybody's in the 30s and 20s. Everybody's damn,
Got
I'm
me
low.
feeling we got here.
Every
Okay.
continent. I want
How
to
many
do every
continents?
continent.
How many continents you been to?
So, I still need to go to
Antarctica.
Australia.
I'm about to say that.
and
Antarctica and Australia.
Those
You
are
You gonna do
the
the
two
Antarctica?
left.
You gonna do that?
So you've been to all the other 5.
I'm good. Yeah.
Those are the only 2. Wow.
So you gonna pay that 20 grand?
I'm gonna do it. I don't know if it's.
You gonna pay that 20
Isn't there
grand?
like a cruise or something out there?
Nah, you gonna pay that
No.
20. You gonna pay that
No, there is. There's a
No,
boat.
no,
There
no.
is. I swear. We'll look it up after
A
this.
boat that
There
does what?
is.
All right, but if
And
it
I
ain't,
Titanic?
swear
But it ain't,
goes, and
yeah,
I'm
but
just
if it
gonna,
ain't-
like,
Sounds very Titanic
I
like.
was here and go back.
I'm pretty sure that joint 10 grand too. Probably in that boat. You gonna pay that 20
Titanic
grand
vibe.
flight?
There is.
Yeah. All right.
But no, I'm going. Even if I just have to.
If you have to pay that 20 grand,
Yeah, why not?
I
So
understand.
you would do a cruise through Antarctica or
Yo,
wherever that cruise line would
Yeah, but
travel
the cruise
to.
is not through. It's
Oh,
literally
where is it?
like boop, Buster Yui.
Oh, that's it.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I really do think it's for people like me who want to say they went to.
Okay.
I think that's got to be the purpose.
Yo,
We not
she
cruising
is.
and docking.
He
and,
said,
like, going
I'm not
to
mad
see
yes,
others.
I would pay 20 bands to go to. What are you doing in Antarctica?
I'll pay for experience. I might not pay for like material things, and even some of those I will. But I prefer experience. Absolutely.
Okay,
I'll
Money
pay
but
for
like,
that.
but,
No
but, but,
option.
but what's out? Like, what would be out there? Like, what's 20 grand worth experience?
Nothing.
Like what's 20 grand
I
worth
swear
experience?
it's just.
Like, I'm not knocking it. I guess people who love
Nah,
to
'cause
travel.
I get it, because it
sit
really
there, like,
is just to say that I did it. I want to do all 7 continents. I have no other reason. So you're right. That would be it, to get my 7th little check and feel satisfied with that.
ladies and gentlemen, 20 bands.
I'm one of the people that would like also go to the moon though.
I will pay
I
bands for
would
that.
go
To the moon.
I'll pay bands for
I
that.
absolutely would.
Why don't
You
like
know what I'm
Earth?
saying?
Say
Like, you
less.
pay
What's
some
wrong with
bands for
Earth?
that.
Say less.
What's wrong with Earth?
Nothing.
Oh, so why we going
Absolutely.
to the
Well,
moon?
honestly, we're fucking it up, so lots of things
Well,
now.
that
but
is- that is-
at this point, plenty. But No, I didn't say anything's wrong with this. I just want to see what's up with
see
that.
the moon. Okay.
Ain't nothing up there for me.
You gonna do yoga on the
Who
moon?
knows? You don't know unless you go.
She gonna do yoga on the moon. That's what she want to do.
I can't
She
do
wanna
this
yoga.
up there.
so easy.
It's gonna
My
be so hard to
body
light
be
this shit up
like-
there. It's hard to light it on a boat.
Bro, that's all,
This shit gonna be crazy up there.
I'm pretty sure it won't work. There's no.
Oh no, ain't nothing
Pretty sure
going on
you'll
there.
die
It's not gonna
attempting
work.
that. Die.
Ain't
Like,
nothing going down, so I don't need to be up
bad.
there.
Yeah.
I don't need
Nah,
to be up
let's
there.
go. Given the opportunity, I'm out. I'm out.
Assuming that you do yoga on a daily basis, do you? Is yoga
I don't.
daily? You do
no.
not.
Yo, now that I started teaching more, I actually practice myself
You're a
less,
fraud, not
which
playing.
sucks. It really does suck. But no, I practice yoga on my own. I probably say 3 times a week.
Okay.
It's not every
And how
day.
often are we doing the classes?
Classes I teach Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday. So 5 days a week.
5 out of 7 days. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
So you do
5
that,
days a
okay.
week I teach. Yeah.
Do you implement yoga into your routine, your daily routine when you travel, when you're abroad?
Oh, that's a good question. So I can't say that I really do that.
Uh-oh.
I don't really bring much with me when I travel other than a camera. That's like
Really?
the only thing I'm still thinking about is like I want to document this. Otherwise, I'm really kind of steeped in wherever I'm at, whatever that's.
Yeah, you should have definitely made a channel by now.
Right.
Like a travel
Right.
channel.
I used to do like Tera the tourist,
Yeah.
like that little hashtag, but
Cause you're really out there.
you know what I'm so bad at, and I'm learning with this yoga thing because I really wanted to pop off a little. Like education is at the forefront of my career and what I do, and I think I would kind of want to put yoga a little further up. But what I am so bad at is selling myself. Is like the
marketing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I don't want
promotion.
to, but you kind of have
You have to. Yes,
Yeah.
it's essential.
But it's so counter. It does not. It doesn't work.
I mean, it sounds like you need to partner with somebody.
I do.
That's what it
I
sounds
do
like.
need to partner.
need
No,
to.
like I really do.
You need a yang to your yang.
It's true.
That's what you need.
Because I'm good at all the other stuff, but it's that, So I never did the traveling thing, yoga thing, none of that. I'm going to try.
Okay.
Is there a particular place in the world, any place in the world that you want to go to and do yoga, like at the top of a mountain or
I really
something
want to
like
go
that?
see the Great Wall of China.
Okay.
And so I think it would be
You never
dope.
been to China?
I've never been to China.
What?
I went to Taiwan.
Upwards of 30 countries and China ain't one of them?
Nah.
I'm low-key disappointed. I'm not gonna hold you.
I've never
She been to Africa though.
You feel me? Like
I have a couple times.
Exactly, a
But
couple
I would,
times.
Nah, I would travel all over Africa.
Nah, there's a lot of
and
places in
never
Africa.
see
I was gonna say that,
anything
yeah, there's a lot of
else
places in
before
Africa you can
I'm
go
cool
to.
with that. But
I've never been to Africa, by the way.
No, I haven't been to
Yeah.
China yet, so I want to go see
And she goes
that.
there casual, like
I want
it's
to go
Miami,
to
you
the
know,
right?
pyramids.
Like
She
it's-
got me feeling though.
Yeah, like
bro,
it's
she's
Miami.
talking about these places, like, and I'm sitting here, like, damn, I've been to Miami like 3 days. Yeah, I went to
Came back
ATL for
from
4
Vegas
days.
the first time. That was my first time going there.
First time. When did you go to Vegas?
Last week, a couple weeks ago. I went there.
Been
That was
to
my
Mor-
first time.
Been to
there.
Morocco, Bali, Colombia.
Yeah,
and the
I
first
don't
time going to
do a
Vegas was
lot
last
of
week.
domestic traveling. I
What?
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That was my first time.
Time
Yeah.
to get local.
ashamed. I'm ashamed.
to get
I'm ashamed of myself.
Time to get
I'm
local.
ashamed of myself.
Yeah.
But I want to go to the pyramids. That's another place I want to do yoga.
yeah, man.
To me, that's where it all originated.
I always say that. My man Currency said I still never seen the pyramids up
I want
close.
to do that.
So much more
I will
to
do
do.
that,
So
not I
much
want
room.
to.
You rode a camel.
I will go visit the pyramids. And you can come with me.
Yeah, speak that into
Yeah.
existence. Say,
Yeah.
say it again. to
Now when it
people.
happens,
Affirmations.
I can put this side by side. Yep.
Not the wish you was here sign, but yeah.
Nah.
Not that.
Shots
Take
fired.
me back.
Why you did that? Why you did that?
No harm.
Yeah.
You all about positivity.
Oh goodness. I want to ask about dating and fitness.
All right.
Typically when you're dating somebody, you like to kind of have some similarities and kind of bring them into your world. Is that something you would like to do? Are you looking to find a fellow yogi, or do you have a Yogi Bae?
Or just
I
a
don't-
spiritual being.
Well, they definitely have to be spiritual, period. That has nothing to do with the yoga part.
Or that fella
but,
can't be on demon time. Ain't no demon time around these parts.
But I
one,
don't
Dub.
necessarily. Y'all just do it. Ba-doom-tsh.
Good one.
I don't necessarily want a yoga bae. That's not something I'm searching for. I think it would be really dope if I met a man and was with a man that was into yoga, just because who doesn't like to be with someone that also likes the things that they like? So it would be the same thing if I was, a basketball fan or something like that.
First date. Who can hold the pose the longest?
Right?
Get it. Let's get it. Yeah.
But nah, I don't really think about that. I do want someone who takes care of themselves, absolutely. But that can be done in any practice that they enjoy. I don't care what you do. You can do archery if that's your thing, but I do want someone to take care of themselves.
Yeah, everybody does.
So being fit and healthy is very essential to that. Your partner, your person, they have to
Honestly,
kind of,
really,
they got to match you. They got to be on your level when it comes to health and fitness and just leading.
Well, okay, so I said it that way. I do want that, but I said it like that on purpose because I really want someone who takes care of themselves.
Okay.
Like
Elaborate.
the result of taking care of yourself tends to be that you're fit, but my end game is not, I want somebody that's super fit. I'm not super fit. I would not describe myself as a super fit individual.
Right. But you're a vegetarian.
I am.
Yeah.
I am a vegetarian for a few years now.
You're a healthy individual.
But I do want them to take care of themselves. That's important to me. Drink water. You know what I'm saying?
Drink your water, fellas.
Yes.
Drink your water. For real.
Nah, if we're gonna, because if I get with you, I'm trying to do this forever, and forever needs to be a long time.
Yeah.
You're not about to be sick out here.
Out here croaking out of the
Right.
5 years in.
We could have prevented this. No. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not funny. It's hilarious, but it's not funny. It's not funny.
Good on with some vegetables
fact,
and
though.
water.
Yeah.
That's
And a
fire.
multivitamin.
That's why for me, I swear it's very important to have somebody on my level of fitness because I if I know you're taking care of your body and yourself the same way I am, I know we're gonna be here for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? It reassures that we're gonna both be here for the long haul. So I feel you.
We know, Doug.
It also says a lot about your
We know.
like
You need that.
sense
We're
of
happy
self.
for you, Doug.
Shut up.
We're happy for you.
Yeah, that's so silly.
All right.
I do not like this man.
I like you.
That was cute.
So, all right.
That was cute.
All right. You've done a lot so far in life. I'm pretty sure you have a lot more in store. So far in life, what you feel is your biggest accomplishment?
Ooh, I like that. My biggest.
Oh, she gave me I like that. That's the first one to you, too.
Right?
That's a good question. These are good questions. I didn't know what to expect, and this is nice.
That's what we do on the Fitness podcast. Though. We ask the tough questions.
My
regular.
greatest accomplishment, I honestly think, is graduating college. I went to Spelman, and
The
yeah.
forefront for real.
Yeah.
I
Damn.
think because I said I have sickle cell, and that shit was hard. I was in the hospital like basically once a season. So once for spring, winter.
Right, yeah.
Like,
I know that couldn't
I
have
was
been.
in the hospital
yeah,
a lot.
And doesn't
fail
it get affected a little bit by when you travel as well?
Absolutely. It got affected because the sea level between
Right.
New York and Georgia is different. So my body was like, I had to adjust. So I would get sick. Then sickle cell is triggered by stress. So midterms, like clockwork, of course, I'm just like everyone else is stressed. I wasn't any more stressed, but stress causes me to have a crisis.
Yeah.
So I was in the hospital a lot. That shit was hard. It took me 5 instead of 4 years to graduate because I
But
kept.
guess what? You did
Wow.
it. You
And
did
you
it.
still
Wow,
did
you did
Now
that.
it makes sense.
You
Why
did that.
that's one of
That's
your
my
biggest
baby.
accomplishments, bro. I like that. I like
You
that.
did
But
that.
that's also part of the reason why I'm vegetarian, because I am much healthier.
Yo, there's no
because of
excuses,
that.
man. There's no excuses.
For real.
There's no excuses.
There's really not.
There's really no excuses.
No excuses.
There's really no excuses. Like, did you hear what you just said?
That was super motivating. Super motivating.
Did you hear what you just said? Like, what she had to really go through? Like, really, people are just saying, like,
It was worth
people really think they got it hard out here.
And while you're trying to get a degree, like that's a lot of stress.
and
College.
staying focused. That's what
you.
they
I
say about
appreciate
you.
that.
That's I can see why you took yoga.
Yeah.
You know, just worrying about keeping a tunnel vision, making sure everything else is aligned, and the universe will be in your favor.
It really will.
Yes.
It will.
Yes.
Then with the prophetic bars.
Right?
Talk to him, man.
Yes.
Talk to him.
So we're gonna hit you with a couple questions right now. They're pretty much preference questions, you know.
Okay.
No judging. Pretty much more spectating.
We might judge you. We might judge
Have
you.
at it.
I might
Just
judge you,
wait.
you know what I mean? What's more important, traveling or yoga?
Traveling.
Great. Which was a better movie? Soul
probably didn't see
Food
them.
or Best Man?
Ooh. It depends on the mood I'm in, but I'm leaning towards soul food was really entertaining.
Really, the vegetarian like soul food. Really now.
I was raised on.
Really now. Okay.
It's just
Okay.
recent years.
Y'all hear this?
Come
Plus,
on,
you
man.
don't have
Alright.
vegetarian soul food.
All them
Try
ham
it.
hocks, collard greens that Big Mama was eating. That's what she was
Yeah.
watching and was loving it.
And loving it.
Okay.
And like getting high blood pressure and everything from it. So. I'm just saying.
Grandma, your leg.
Right, exactly. The movie literally told us.
Could have prevented Big Mama too. You feel me? Could have prevented that.
They warned
Could have
us.
prevented Big Mama, man.
Yo.
That was a sad one. I'm not gonna lie. That was a sad one.
I'm supposed to be
man.
laughing.
You feel me?
I'm not supposed to be laughing.
You're not supposed to be laughing at all. You're not. Y'all was not supposed to be laughing. Super disrespectful to Big
Yo.
Mama.
R.P. R.P.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with soul food.
All right. All right.
That was just silly.
Eat steak for a week,
Okay.
knowing that you're a vegetarian, or sit in a room with a skunk for a day.
Yuck.
Nah, I'm doing the steak, and let me explain.
Fraud! I'm calling fraud and embezzlement.
Nah, because
What's SEC, man?
let me tell you.
I'm playing.
So before we even started the show, I was telling them that I wish I was one of the vegetarians that, was like, ew, food, meat, gross.
yeah.
But I'm not. I'm like, damn, them wings look good. And it's because the reason I don't eat meat is because I live in America, where the way they produce our meat and make it,
Yeah.
it is not meat. And so
I still eat it though.
if I lived in another country, I would eat.
Nah, but we talking about hair.
Exactly.
So you gotta eat this for a week.
I will do that, but I just want to say, like, it's not meat itself that I'm like, never.
Okay.
It's really factories and hormones.
No roommate with a
and
skunk.
chemicals.
No roommates with a skunk.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. First of all, it's gonna get scared immediately.
ASAP.
And exactly try to
Gross.
protect itself. No, I'm
Gross.
kidding.
Every other hour.
Right into the tomato bath for you. That's right in the tomato bath.
Remedy.
Nasty.
You can't go to the bathroom. You gotta stay in the room.
Nah, I'm not.
You gotta stay in the room.
Give me the steak. Give me the A1.
You can't-
I want-
Can't go nowhere.
You can't go
You
nowhere.
locked in.
And I want fries on the side. Yeah.
Nah, vegetarians love fries.
I do.
It's
Oh yeah, I heard
It's
you have
really
fry
one of
love.
those
It's so
things.
bad. It's so bad. Because
It's so bad.
it is. It really is. But it's one of the only things on like every menu everywhere. So it doesn't matter where you go. I could get something vegetarian.
Okay, so I hear
Also,
that
they're
you're
just delicious.
also a person of tarot cards.
I love them.
All right,
Oracle
so
cards.
yeah, so
So you be reading people.
reading people.
You're
and
reading
whatnot.
us right now,
So
probably.
let's say, okay, back
Nah, I
to
am reading you, but not with cards.
yeah, like back to does a guy have to be a certain sign to match with you? Like, do your
Oh,
astrology?
no. All of that's foolish as fuck.
Oh,
Nah.
okay.
Foolishness.
It's foolish because people are generalizing such a vast kind of practice and study. And so your astrology, do we want to get into this? Am I
You go
supposed
ahead.
to?
You go ahead. You see it. You saw you about to get
Your
crazy.
astrology-
She's definitely about to get crazy.
Like, you about to get
I
crazy.
feel it. I feel the crazy coming up.
briefly.
Cause you know
Your
some guys that come to you,
astrology,
so a
your
guy,
sign.
a guy come to you like I'm a Leo. What's up? Like,
That's nice. So is my mom. Great. That doesn't matter. He's stupid. But you're a sign in astrology, zodiac, whatever, all that stuff that people, it's what was happening in the sky the moment you were born, the second you were born. So where was the sun? Where was Venus? Where was the moon? All of that. Your sun is the one that people kind of say all the time. So I'm Pisces. That means the sun was in Pisces the moment I was born. What's your sign?
Aries.
So the sun was
Gang,
in
gang.
Aries where you were born.
Gang.
But that's the only thing people kind of know and think about. And if you're someone who really thinks those things have an impact and kind of matter, then it's where everything was. You need to know, like, all the information for it to even matter. You telling me where the sun was means nothing. Almost nothing. It means for those 2 months, there's 2 months of time, the sun was there.
yeah, I mean,
So, no, I don't care.
that's the Einstein theory, though. Like,
No,
you
that's-
know,
that's what it is.
Yeah, the Einstein theory.
Oh, that's
You
what
know,
it is.
yeah.
The moon, in accordance to where we are
Oh,
now,
yeah.
we're gonna rotate some more,
Yeah.
and tomorrow it'll be a little shifted, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, so they basically put science to everything.
That's what it is.
They put
Everything
science
is
to every
science.
science. Everything is science. Like
Mm-hmm.
even for our birthdays. Yes.
Everything is that.
All right.
But no, I don't care what sign a guy is or none of that.
Really?
Really?
That's very interesting for somebody this deep into tarot cards
Yeah,
and spirituality.
spirituality.
Because
And
that's what I'm saying. Like, me knowing where the sun was means nothing because
you
I
don't
know
want to
that
scare
there's
them off.
more to
You
it.
don't want to scare them off with that. That's what it is. That's why you don't bring it up to them. Like,
I don't care.
you know they okay.
I do care about our signs, like, together, all of the things, but not just your sun sign.
What's more important?
Know what that means.
Happiness or freedom?
Well, freedom would bring happiness, so I'm going for freedom.
I knew she was gonna hit it with that too, with that rebuttal. I swear I did. I said that's what. I said she could play yo.
Nigga, you threw the alley. That's what you did.
I knew that was gonna be a rebuttal. I knew that was gonna be a rebuttal. I swear I was like, let me see, she's gonna hit me with a
Exactly
different
what she
rebuttal.
did with that.
Hit me with the same, with a common rebuttal, because it can't be without that. Can't be without the other.
Where you read that from? Where you read that at?
Other one. Like, that
You
can't
read?
be
You seen
without
on your
the
story or something today? What
That's
happened?
Shatera
Okay.
original.
Shit, man. Like
Nah, yeah, freedom would breed happiness for sure.
But a lot of people are just happy, but not free in the sense of being true to themselves. That's
I think it's very
why.
hard to be free
Yeah.
in today's modern society.
That's why. Yeah. That's why I want to ask, like, because I know a lot of people can be one way, but really a total opposite in the dark. Like,
Authenticity,
yeah.
yeah.
Or it's just because you are who you are when nobody's looking. And so I always say that's what I can define with freedom.
Okay.
And not just really just saying like, okay, that's why I say like, yeah, you want happiness, like, yeah, you could be happy, everybody's just happy, but you're also not free.
Yeah, I think I would argue no one right now is free in this world. And at least in this nation.
Man,
I feel like
hear you. I hear you. I
I
understand.
bet if you were sitting
I
at this
understand.
table
I understand.
for any amount of time, you would feel the need to pick up your phone. You are
Conditioned,
connected to things that you might not even be conscious of, but you are absolutely. And so like to hear you say you are who you are when no one's looking, those things are quote unquote looking. Like whatever it is that you are connected to or have expectations of or obligations toward, which everyone does, I think kind of holds a little piece of your freedom. You have to do
My
something.
man Tone Mack turned this into a TED Talk. Talk about it. Freedom, right?
Thanks
Talking
for
about
coming to my
freedom
TED
out
Talk.
here. Talk about it.
This guy.
I'm striving
man.
for it though, but it's hard.
It is. It definitely is, because a lot of people really are still worried about what others think.
Yeah.
And
I'm one of them. I gotta be.
and we
real.
live in a very obscenity world that, like, people just throw rocks continuously at you and because they fear what they don't understand and just give what they want to say, but I feel like people who are true to themselves always prevail.
Yeah, I think that's hard to do, but that's because it's hard to do. You're right. Those are the
Yeah, that's the
people
hurdle
who-
you have to really. So that's why they say everybody should skydive.
Oh yeah,
They said that.
I'm going.
They said,
I
definitely
went once
going.
and I've never gone again.
they
It's
said
okay.
once you do that,
I mean, you only need to do it once.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's good. That was the most
Unless you're a
terrifying
thrill seeker.
0.5 seconds of my life.
yeah, like they say once you do that, you just feel you can conquer anything. That's not true.
Yeah, I'm good.
You did it.
Yeah, I've done it once. And I see why people think that. I do.
well, guess what? Will Smith did it. Ain't changed shit. Man acting a whole fool out
No,
here.
he conquered
He
it.
said a whole little
Dog, wait.
speech about that.
What he did?
He went up in there and slapped the guy on national TV.
Oh, yeah.
That takes
He did.
balls.
Yeah, okay.
That's courageous.
Yeah, he was a
For
whole
his
Manchurian
woman.
candidate
For
out
his
here
woman,
doing that
for
shit.
his woman, for his
Looking
woman.
crazy. He looked like a
I'm not saying it's the
clown.
right thing. It
Clown
wasn't the right
show.
thing to do.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I want to keep it there with Will Smith though.
Okay.
Just a real quick question. So you know about hot yoga. You know about the Bikram guy who started that whole thing. I know you probably watched the Netflix documentary and all that, right?
I didn't yet,
You
but
didn't.
I know the story.
Yeah, but it's been out for like a couple years now.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, get to it.
I'm not interested.
Would you? I'm sure you're. Trust me. I'm sure you're not. 'Cause just reading the plot of that whole thing is just like, damn, it's pretty disturbing.
It's real.
So, would you rather a 2-hour hot yoga session with Mr. Bikram himself, or get slapped randomly by Will Smith for a week straight? And you don't know when the slap is coming. You just walk in.
For a week
You walking in.
straight?
You walking in yoga
straight.
class, and he just walk up, bang!
Wait,
Keep my
is
wife's name out your mouth. Like you just stunned. Like, that's how it happens.
Once a day.
Once
for
a
that
once a
week?
day for a week. Yep. Once a day for 7 days straight.
This is so weird.
Yeah. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, you could just go to hot yoga. I mean,
Hot
you know what I'm
yoga
saying? You
would
just
do
go to
well.
hot
I
yoga
think
with
I'm going with the Will Smith thing only because
Damn,
I'm
you
sure
like pain.
that would help me with that marketing thing I don't want to do. So I would be.
She wanted the free promotion.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
She said it's free promo.
Yes.
I'm gonna take it.
If I
I'm
have
gonna take it.
Of these options, I'm gonna go for the one where I think I get something.
She gonna
out
find a
of it.
silver lining.
It's there. There's always one there.
She definitely reaching that one.
That's the one.
Because there was no silver lining, but she went and found it. She said,
You know what? It's a promotion there.
I'm going with that one.
It's a
I am.
promotion there.
My last question, and ask it very respectfully. Very respectfully.
All ears.
Have you ever done or tried a yoga pose in the bedroom? And if
I
so,
think
how long did you
everyone
hold it for?
does. I think everyone does. They just
What do
don't
you mean
know
everyone
they're
does?
doing a yoga pose.
Ma'am, respectfully.
Okay,
Everyone
women.
does not.
A lot of women
Does not.
I think do. I just don't think people would recognize it as, oh, I'm in XYZ. But a position is.
I feel like, yeah, you're right, because we keep it very basic. We're missionary, doggy style, and then
men-
probably side. So we're not doing nothing else.
But women, I think, have at least once in their history of getting intimate, have visited a yoga pose that they didn't know was a yoga pose. Absolutely. There's so many. Y'all don't know.
I'm calling big cap on
There's
that
literally
one.
one
Big
where
cap,
you
heavy
lay on
cap.
your back and put your legs in there. That's a yoga pose.
That's a yoga
Yo, and that's changing a baby's diaper. That's what that is. That's not a yoga
next
pose.
One is to lift
Stop
the
it.
hips up. Yeah, you're right.
And
But
and-
I think plenty of people have
That's a
been
move
in
though.
that
Lift the hips.
position.
So that's
what I'm
that's
saying.
that's a good
Well,
one.
Those are all yoga poses. You just don't
Yeah,
peep.
very essential, fellas. Better have that in your repertoire.
we're giving assistance, so is that really a yoga pose?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
We
Remember,
know
you
we
can
always
get
doing
the
all the work, so I'm
assistance.
not even going there
Oh,
with that. You know we doing all the
Wait
work.
a second. Nah.
You changing the baby's diaper. What's the baby doing? Besides doing this,
It ain't like,
what's the
oh,
baby doing?
man, like,
What's the baby doing?
like-
All right then, rest my case.
Like, what did you say?
In that position, sure.
The baby takes credit for you changing his diaper?
You are so silly. Anyway, the short answer is
it don't.
yes, absolutely. We have all done that.
Don't say we all. No,
Yeah.
no, we haven't. I haven't seen
Very,
that.
very, very
I would
many
remember
of
that
us.
shit. I would remember that shit.
Feel me?
I would remember that
You
shit.
feel me?
If that shit happened with me. So no,
That is not
all of us.
common. That is not a common thing.
I remember that shit. Everything that happened, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I would remember all that shit. If a motherfucker stayed in some shit for dumb long. No.
It
No.
happens.
All right. I'm trying to remember.
Thank you for your honesty, though.
You're very welcome. That's all I got for you.
That's what.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right, man. But
Keep
yeah,
it light today.
Coming in light.
Light today.
Appreciate you. But appreciate you for stopping
Yes,
by
yes.
today.
Truly my pleasure. Thank
know,
you for
truly.
having me.
Right after your yoga class.
Yes, I'm
Fresh
sorry,
out.
y'all.
Fresh out. Fresh out.
Fresh out.
Dedication. That's the dedication. That's the focus, man. That's fade in the fit shit.
Tell people where they can find you and what's next coming on your agenda and whatnot.
Thank
This
you.
floor is yours.
So my personal Instagram is _Tera, because my name's Shatera. So _TERA. And then that yoga thing that I told you I'm really bad at, go patronize. It's t-shirt.jeans, but jeans like your DNA. G-N-E-S.
Clever.
T-shirt jeans. Yeah.
I like that, man.
So go to both, right? And give me a reason to really do this yoga thing on that social media.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, she needs content on there. She's
I
doing all
do.
these classes. You need some content.
I do so much stuff, and I take pictures and videos of none of it. I do. So I need to.
That's
I
a
understand.
specialty.
That'd be like me.
Staying out the way and doing cool shit.
I
I always tell her that. I always tell her
Staying
that.
out the way.
Never a bad recipe.
I always
That's
tell her.
exactly
That's,
Never a bad
that's a specialty.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? But thank you once again for coming.
Yes.
I can't.
Thank
You know,
y'all.
you can always pop up anytime. You know.
I will. I'll be
Truly
back.
appreciate it.
Anytime you just go to another, Antarctica.
I'm gonna see y'all because y'all coming to a yoga class. That's really
Big facts.
That's what's gonna
Big
happen.
facts.
Yeah, we gonna go there.
Okay.
I might be there for just 10 minutes, but I'm pulling up. I'm definitely pulling
That's all I
up.
need you to do. Pull up.
Cool,
That's
cool.
it. I'll take it from there.
I don't want the angry text like, yo, why you leave my class so early? Like, I'm in pain. I'm hurt. Like,
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Faded and Fit podcast. Your boy Tone Mack.
Johnny Dubs.
Keep it healthy, ladies and gentlemen. See ya.
What I'm gonna be.